Welcome back, everyone. So I am sick, and so I'm a bit congested still. I have not been able to make all my videos because of that. Anyways, we have the plague here at home, and so there was a pipeline leak, some images that came out today. So after getting done with work, I decided I would kind of throw this video together quickly. It has more questions than answers, but it is some guidance into potentially what the Misc Fortune is looking like. So there was a weekly update of a sneak peek of a ship, noting to keep clear. Which, if you get a bigger picture of this image, I'll put this in the chat. This comes from the like a weekly update. It came through the pipeline is where I got the link. So I'll put that down in chat. I'll also put this less distorted picture. This is the same picture that we looked at from the expo, but it is going to be with less distortion. And sorry, I'm getting ready to go to bed. I took some NyQuil, and so I'm a little scatterbrained. But that being said, this is the Misc Fortune, and so again, I still think that it's going to be. Obviously, I'm still 100% on. It's a salvaging vehicle. This is going to be where you're going to be able to do the fracking, as far as the being able to break down a ship, and then this is going to be the solo salvage head. Additionally, what we're finding out now, or looks to be, is this is the door here, probably where the buffer, so keep clear because this is probably the buffer here. And this is actually external. So if we go back to look here, this looks to be that door there. And so you're looking at 6 panels here where you could potentially, now the question is, I don't know if these are like conveyor belts. I don't think so. I think it's going to have to be you manually moving them on these different spots. The question is, will this come out as a 2 SU box or a 1 SU box? So do you have 6 SUs of storage on this side, or do you have 12 or more than that, right? It's hard to tell with the scaling. This looks to be a 1 SU box worth. Just knowing kind of the dimensions of the prospector. Again, I still am sold on the fact that if you lay this with this and the boxes and everything like that we're on there, which still goes to, there's probably a lift back here, but it's looking like externally there's going to be about 6 SUs minimum. If not, maybe if this prints a 2 SU box, if these can come out long way, try to hard to envision this, but if you can lay them out long way, in 3-dimensional in the x-axis coming towards you, if you can stack a box that way in a 2 SU box, then potentially you can get 12 here, because it would be a stack of 2 here, a stack of 2, a stack of 2, so forth and so on, until you get 12 SUs, but 6 2-size boxes. Additionally, this would also explain the 2 buffers, because both of these buffers will appear on each side of the particular, not the Misc Prospector, but the Misc Fortune here. So this should be a buffer on each of the sides. So that explains the 2 buffers that were data mined before. So again, if we're breaking down some of the different images here, here's a look internally. Not a lot to go off of here. This doesn't look to be a lift, and this looks to be more components. So this possible that this is just the bunk bed and the pilot seat over this way. I'm trying to recall what's in the Misc ship originally, but this could kind of explain maybe why there isn't much going on as far as inside. Maybe this is a lift here, but this is just really components, because you see here, this is just components. So this doesn't give us a whole lot to work with. This just strictly came off of the leaks pipeline area for pipeline leaks in Discord. So I don't know. There's not a lot of context here. But this is a little interesting, this other image I've got here, which is a look at kind of a better breakdown. Let me zoom in. This is ideally where this is going to play out. So the green here is, it's expecting this part to be in this rear part. So the components are back here. So my original thought was maybe there's more storage back here, but it seems like, there's probably going to be either 1 SU box or, again, possibly a 2 SU box. So I don't know if there's going to be 12 or 24 potentially SUs. So it can either carry 12 because it can only carry 6 single stacks potentially, or it can carry 24 because maybe maybe you could potentially put a size 2 SU box on each one of these 6. So it could maybe carry 24 SUs, but in those size 2 boxes only. Or maybe you can stack 2 size 1s. That's also possible. Maybe it prints size 1s, but you can stack them. So really what's coming out here is that it's basically a prospector had a baby with a hull A. And so you've got this area. Now, I don't think this extends or anything like that. Additionally, I do think this is an interesting way to go about this. What this means is you're going to be able to print these boxes out. It's going to be really helpful for the things that I wanted to use it for, which is take it out with an ironclad, take it out with someone put in the comments that I think that it won't fit in a C2, the Prospector, so I wouldn't suspect this to fit into one of the Hercules. But if you could take it out in an Ironclad, if you could take it out, obviously you could actually fit two, a Prospector and a Fortune. But you can currently fit two Prospectors in a uh, in the Polaris. So there's some opportunities here where you can just basically, this is how I'm using the Vulture anyways right now, where I'm just using it as a small salvaging vehicle within a larger vehicle. Obviously I don't have the Ironclad, but I do take it out, the Vulture in the, I'm so brain dead right now, but I do take it out in the Polaris. So having the ability to take the Polaris out and then still have maybe a small fighter and the Prospector, in this case the Fortune, would be really nice. So yeah, I don't want to belabor this. Just that's appears to be what's going on here. Again, is that this is going to give us the ability to have a have the ability to have an external way to print these boxes out, put them out externally. But again, if you're just standing there waiting for them to print out, you can just store them, print them out externally, park this ship next to your Polaris or whatever, next to the cargo bay, and then throw the boxes out and put them on your Polaris instead. Same thing with the Ironclad, just move the Ironclad over. Obviously, the only determining factor then is these tines here are not going to allow you to probably break down a ship that's much bigger than what the Vulture can break down. So if you have a larger ship like a C2 or something like that, you're not going to be able to disintegrate that. And so you're not going to be able to get the construction material out of it. So that's the limiting factor, is you still would need a bigger ship such as the Reclaimer in order to do that kind of salvaging. So this doesn't really meet the medium size. This actually looks to be smaller than what the Vulture offers. And that's really just the long and short of it. Again, it's going to probably be Prospector sized, and it looks like it's going to offer even more entry point, hopefully less expensive than what the Vulture is currently at. I do like the Prospector, and I do like the Vulture quite a bit, but I do see this having a pretty good spot in people's fleet due to the ability that it can go, size-wise, the Prospector and the Misc Fortune should be much smaller and should fit into ships easier than the Vulture currently can. Anyways, thank you all for checking the video, and I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.